I don't know, I was doing a video and it cut off, but I was over here in our summer garden, and it's quite the mess right now. I'm sitting here in the sun and it's actually gorgeous. I found some leftover okra and I was going to show that to you guys. I'm going to show you our summer garden that I need to weed very soon so I can get my fall stuff in the ground. But let me show you. So I'm about to pull these plants and I found some okra. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. I don't know if they're still good. We shall see. I should probably have some clippers. This one's definitely still good. And I'll go ahead and eat that. A lot of people don't know that you could eat okra raw. Let me show you. I'm not even going to cook this with them. It's only one, so. I love okra. It's a really tasty okra taste. And this year, oh, there's another okra. I forget what variety this is. Oh, that one's perfect. See that? Perfect. And you could actually eat the leaves. Oh. So this patch that I'm going to show you, don't judge me because I haven't had time to. That was very tasty. You could eat the okra leaves, and so this past summer I was taking the okra leaves and you just cook it down like spinach, or you could eat it raw in salads. So I'm not going to try this one right now, and I'm not sure exactly if that one. We had the really long kinds. But the okra leaves are delicious if you've never tried it. Sorry, the sun is in my eyes. So here's another okra. Yeah, if you see that sun. Woo! This guy, that plant is done. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. I could probably eat him too. Let me see. Got some spots on him. What are those? Okay. So that's 2 okra right there. And then we didn't plant beans, but apparently we got some beans. I'm going to be careful. I don't have my boots on right now, but you could see all the beans, little volunteers. And what ended up happening is they started growing and they started choking out my okra plants, which was unfortunate because I was hoping that we would have more okra for the season. But I'm going to show you guys. I got to be really careful because there's little wasps here. And this one is as I talk about things like insects, one flew in my eye. This one looks long and inedible, but it is actually, I think it's like the Louisiana ones, and they get really big. So again, there's only one. It's not like I could cook anything with it. So good. So crunchy. Anyway, this patch needs to be weeded. So these get really long. And this one, this okra tree, the plant actually got over 6 feet tall, maybe 7 or 8 feet tall. I was pretty impressed. So here it is, and October 31st, and I'm still at 2 edible okras. Very good. So these beans, they look fine, but I'm gonna have to come in here. I'll probably just let them dry, because if I start picking them, all the seeds are gonna go. Here's another one. All the seeds are gonna go to the ground, and I'm gonna have a huge mess. So I'm just going to pick some green ones. These pods right here, these open up. And then we're going to have the same issue as I did this past summer. Lots of beans. Here's another bunch of beans as well. I'll pick what I can, but I want to show you. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to come out here tomorrow. You guys could see it. More beans. More beans. You can see the little wasps that come. So this is kind of an overgrown patch. Oh my gosh, there's so many beans. There we go. So you can grow your own food. And this is, like I said, we didn't even plant these beans. We didn't even plant these beans. It just came up voluntarily. And I'm gonna pull all these anyway. But you could see there's a double. You see these little, I have to look it up, but you see all these little white flowers, little wasps. They love them, and those are our little pollinators. So, oh my goodness gracious, did you guys see this? This is crazy. So, look what I found sitting here. Okay, so you could see how the beans took down my, oh shoot, gotta be careful. Took down my okra plants, but look at this. I found 2 okras. You could see how. So don't plant your beans, and of course I didn't plant them. Don't plant them near your okras because it's going to. Where's that okra? Where'd it go? And it just dropped. Here we go. You could take down your okra plant. And like I said, I was hoping to have more okra this year. And it's warm enough. But wow, look at that one. Gosh, that's longer than my hand. It's huge, right? So you could see that this is not a good idea to put your beans. And like I said, I didn't grow these beans here. Sorry, my hands are full. Oh shoot. Okay. No, don't do that either. I'll have to come out here. It's gonna be another day to do that. I'm gonna put this down. So yeah, if you're hungry, you always come out here. These are, I'll do a quick tour. These are my baby basils. I believe they're basils. Let me see. Maybe they're not. Yes, they are. This is supposed to be English lavender, but I have gotten nothing. And rosemary, nothing. Yeah, this is the Italian basil. I'm gonna have to transplant that soon. I've moved most of my stuff in the front or the side. Okay, so this is my calendula. This is wild bergamot. This is the calendula. Nothing up with wild bergamot yet. And then I also, that was on the 18th, 10/18. So that's wild bergamot. And then this is, I'm going to have to come out here and water. Nothing really in the red columbine. These are red columbines. And this is the 4 o'clocks. They're cute babies. Definitely planted a lot in these little cells. That's dill, red columbine. I'm going to have to, yeah, you can see my baby dill. I'm not sure if it's happy or not, so. Okay, let's come over here real quick. I have to break this up. This is my 3rd patch of zinnias. We're going into the fall right now, so I don't know how well they're going to be growing with a cold. They really like more warm weather, and I just threw down some seeds a month ago. and more. The really bright green you could see, those are all zinnias. And then this is my fruit tree area, so I gotta be careful where I step because there's plants growing down here. This is my calamansi or a calamundin plant. These are my guavas, and those are only like 2 feet tall this summer. And look, I got a few plants. I don't want to step over there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 of my guavas, and those are the. I think I planted about 8 in this area, but I ran them over accidentally, or hit them with my weed whacker. So some of them didn't survive. So yeah, this is a whole area that I worked on this summer, and this is what's growing. Can't believe that okra, a lemongrass. I guess you would call this chaos gardening. Those over there are pomelos. Those are our established trees. Those get huge. I had one the other day, and it was so sweet and juicy and delicious. As you guys, some of you guys know if you follow my channel, we grow persimmon trees. We have here, there's 1, 2, let's see if I could go over here. Oh, ant pile. 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 Sajo persimmon trees, and they're about 20 feet tall. They didn't produce a lot this year, but they were loaded last year. That's why I have that ladder over there. Again, pomelos, and this is the front area. I'm going to probably break this down into 2 parts. This is a fig tree that one of my customers gave me, and I planted it. Not sure if it's going to survive. Oh my gosh, she's not one of those. Oh, that grasshopper. I'll show you guys that grasshopper. So this is, I'm not sure what kind of fig tree it is, but that was so sweet of her to give me that. And then she also, Michelle, she gave me some butterfly or milkweed plants. So we'll see how that fig, we have a fig tree in some other parts of the property. I love the zinnias. Okay, so that's that. Let me show you guys. So this is the summer garden. That's quite the mess. A lot of overgrown beans, okra that needs to be pulled. So that's part of it. It's part of gardening. You know, when you're done with your crop. Oh, I planted some zinnias, so I gotta still be careful when I'm weeding this area. That will come in time. And then I cleaned up this area here too. Sometimes the weeds, just everything grows in Florida. So, and these are my summer marigolds. More zinnia over here. I also have some, I know we're not supposed to be able to grow it over here, but I have my cherimoya trees growing right here. And they say we're not supposed to be able to grow cherimoyas in Florida. We grow antimoyas in South Florida. I'm in Northeast Florida, so we're in 9B. So that's a cherimoya. I planted that a few months ago, and I've got 3 of them. I believe 3 of them growing in this plot. It is a very fertile area right here. As you can see, it's all green. But this is, let me see if I can get in there. Yep, that's the cherimoya tree, and I would say it's about 3 feet tall right now. And here's another one. I don't know if you can see that. I could try to focus in on, there we go, on this guy, and that's only about 2 feet tall, but he's competing with a lot of things. Some of the things in there as well. But this is our Tananashi persimmon tree. She's leaned over. She had some bitter melon and potato vines all over her. And that took a full day for me to get those vines off. It was pretty gnarly. A lot of elephant ears and Mexican petunias. They're so invasive. So if you ever decide to plant those type of plants, just, if you have fruit trees, you want to be careful, really. You're going to have kind of a headache on your hands. But this is our Tananashi, and this one, she gives a lot of fruit if given the chance. I know she looks bare right now, but we're out of season. But I got all the vines off. We still had about 15-20 fruit. We picked them off because the squirrels come and get them. But you can see how they're very resilient trees. She had leaned over. She's actually growing sideways, but she still gives fruit. So look at the branch. This is one of the branches which also bears fruit too. So I know a lot of people aren't familiar with the persimmon tree, and there's so many different varieties, and if you ever get a chance, definitely try them. Like I said, this tree doesn't look like anything. She's about to lose all of her leaves, and she's growing sideways. And she's growing sideways. So this little area right here, I put a board over here which kills the weeds, but this soil is so fertile. If I were to dig up, use a little shovel right here, this is where I get my soil. So we use our native soil here, and it doesn't look like anything, but it's dark and rich. And I just mix some perlite or something like Coca-Cola to aerate it a little bit, and we have our own soil. And so you can see the perlite. It rained really hard the other day, and I threw out seed because I was being lazy, and we get ahead of ourselves. I do anyway, and I want to get something growing. And there are little seedlings, and these are just flowers, a bunch of different random flowers, wildflowers, more zinnia, probably marigolds, just to get them started. But of course we always have that chance of frost, and little babies can die over the winter time, still here in Florida. So because of the rained really hard for 2 days last week, and just kind of blew everything everywhere. So, but we'll see. You never know. This is a better shot of the cherimoya, and it'll be interesting to see if this guy survives the winter here in 9B, Florida. But there's another cherimoya as well. It's actually one of my favorite fruits next to the durian, which I do have a durian tree inside. Let me go ahead and take you over to the side. We're going to do this quick because this video is getting a little bit long. Never been a succulent fan, but I've always wanted to have my own succulents. They're supposed to be very low maintenance. So far they have. I'm going to show you that real quick. Okay, here's some succulents. Got some on sale at Walmart, and this is like also a collection. People have given some to me. And these are some of my mom's Christmas cactus, Easter cactus, and just things that we've collected over the years. And of course these are the baby variegated spider plants. So this came from our spider plants. And here's more succulents. There you go. More succulents propagating. These are begonias that I got from the garden club. More succulents. More rooting. Very easy to root. So, if you want to save yourself some money, go ahead and root your own. And they're happy. As long as you don't like loving your plants with water, then you'll be okay. And for those that overwater, you know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. Oh, this is something that I'm very excited about. These are the ranunculus. And I saw this flower a few months ago and I've never been familiar with them. But they are grown from corms. That's CORMS. And I soak them and then I put them in dirt and covered them. And then I uncovered them 2 weeks later and put them in a pot. And this is what we have so far. They're so cute. So hopefully these guys, ranunculus is RANUNCULUS, I believe, ranunculus. Got several types of corms. I'm actually going to try to grow freesia for the first time this year. So these are more ranunculus, and again, they're grown from corms that I rehydrated. And so I'm very excited to see if I can grow that. And of course, I just put the seeds in. We're going to come around here. And this is kind of like, these are garden pea startings. And it rains, so it's kind of in the clinic. That's what I call it. And of course, here's some orchid. These are the marigolds that were not giving me flowers, but because it's in the shade this summer, but now they are giving us. And these are crinums. When we clean the front yard, this is the crinums my mom had planted about 30 years ago. So these are also bulb plants. They get really big. I read 3 to 5 feet in width and height. And so because these are old bulbs, believe it or not, but because our vines were so prolific up front, I actually had to get my tree guy, Jeremy, to basically take down the tops of 4 of our cedar trees, which was very sad to me. You can see that in another video that I posted a few days ago. But the positive thing was we were able to get these beautiful bulbs that my mom had taken from her other house. So, and we probably have about probably another 30 to 50 more if I were to be generous out in front. And they're supposed to have beautiful, beautiful flowers. Okay, almost done here. So just seeing what you guys are doing. Obviously it is October 31st right now, and I was going to work on more of my plants, but I had to go run a couple of errands, and so here we are. I'm going to show you real quick, and I'll probably do another video. This is the second part. We've been working on another area as well, which we call the hibiscus area. We have all types of hibiscus and that underneath an oak tree. But I'm going to do a real quick show and tell of what's growing here. Okay, so here we have our baby, I think these Thai basil. Yeah, I think these are the baby Thai basil. These are right here. They've been growing since the summer. You can see a bunch of branches. This is gardenia, and we took cuttings and we are propagating them, and obviously if you look at them, they have leaves, and so they were very successful. We're going to have a ton of gardenia since it is my favorite. This is a huge vine that we found underneath here, and that's pothos. And I know it looks a mess right now, but I'm not really worried about pothos. They grow like weeds. This is a jasmine. These are pepper plants. This is my tomato plant that's not doing so well. Pepper plants are looking a little bit too green. These are some of the gardenia cuttings that did not take. There's a few that did take. And then here's more of the ranunculus. So this is my first time growing the ranunculus. If you've grown ranunculus, let me know if this is how it's supposed to look like. I hope so. What is this right here? Oh, these are my purple basil. That's purple basil. So you could look at how cute they are. You can see the purple in the little leaves. Little purple leaves. And then this is more ranunculus, which I know they're not in their own little pots, not because they get pretty big plants, but I didn't have time. This is my cilantro. There's my kitty. Oh look, there she is. Hi, sweet girl. Are you hungry? I forgot to feed her. Are you hungry? I'm gonna make her tuna. You hungry, Baba? Let's take a break real quick. Come here. She was cold last night. She came and slept with me this morning. Oh, I'm gonna feed you. Give me a sec. I'm just doing a video, okay? She's hungry. She's almost 14 years old, believe it or not. Doesn't she look great? She's checking out the plants. This is a little patch of my marigolds. This was the second patch. This was the first patch of marigolds and zinnias. Yes, darling. Are you hungry? All right, I'm gonna have to get this shirt. Let me just go. So these are gardenias as well. This is not one plant. These are several plants. They have been propagated. We probably propagated about maybe 100, maybe more, of the gardenias from a mother tree that was like 25 years old, maybe 30 years old. So these are all individual. And I'll get in there so you guys see. Gardenias are pretty easy to propagate. Well, my mom has she's very good at it. So if you can like gardenias, you can see how many we cut. So I went into the yard, grabbed a huge branch, and we started cutting them and putting them in the pots. And like I said, you could see all the little branches. And then here you go, all the leaves. So those are several that we are going to replant, or we're going to plant for the first time from propagation. Like if there's a certain plant that you like and you want to make more, and you can propagate through, which is a lot faster than seeds, especially with gardenias. I've never grown a gardenia from seed, but you could see that, yeah, that's all new growth. That's a mom. I got that from the fresh market. I don't really know how to grow mums, but I'm probably going to deadhead. I'm going to get some of those seeds. It was beautiful while it lasted. Squirrel. Okay, and then this, I'm so excited about this. Real quick. These are Texas bluebonnets. And this was quite the pain to germinate, but I don't have, what is the date on that? Let me see. Maybe the date's not on here. No, it is. Wow, okay. So this is Texas bluebonnet. That was October 7th, so it's the 31st now. This is how long it took. And this was after I actually boiled water and had them soaking in boiled water or hot water, but it was boiled. And then I scarified them. So I took them and just rubbed them against this sidewalk, this cement here. And let's see, these are, I'd say I got like a 10% germination rate so far, if that. I'd have to look and count and just do the calculations, but these were a ton of seeds that I had. So it's probably 10% or less as far. Are you hungry, kitty? Here she is. She's always checking my plants. You guys knew what I did every day. Okay, and then this is, wanted to show you, this is our milkweed. My milkweed, they're all flowering right now. This was a lovely gift from a persimmon customer of mine this summer. We kind of did a trade. Actually, she just brought me these beautiful gifts. She obviously has a green thumb, so she gave me these. She gave me 6 milkweed plants for my butterflies. She saw that I had a lot of zinnias. She had some Cape daisies, and so for the butterflies, she said I had to have some of these. So look at that. Oh my gosh, I have to take a picture of that. I mean, how beautiful is that? Okay. This is the mud. Actually, there's a ton of earthworms. I had to clean off this area because I wanted to use this spot near the house, the south facing spot. I put some of these plants over here. This area right here, very, very fertile, but it does flood around here. And then these are my cherimoya, and these are cherimoyas from seed because I ordered some cherimoyas from Good Hill Farm, I believe, the fruit. I'll double check on that, or tropical fruit. One was from California. Cherimoyas, true cherimoyas, are grown in California. They say that antimoyas are the ones from Florida. And I'm not sure which seeds they were, but I believe that's what this is. And if it is, I'm stoked. I did buy 3 plants, but these are supposed to be from seed, which would make the plant totally different from what I understand. I'll have to read up on that. And then these are just like my little, I know it's not pretty over here, it's just where they are for right now as I work on this plot. Lots of marigolds, we've had a lot of butterflies, and then from here you can kind of see the water. All right, let me go. I gotta go feed my kitty cat. And oh, I scared her. I scared her a little bit. I didn't even get to show you the plants down here. I will end with showing you some of my mom's pretty flowers over here. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm just staying in the Word of God through the Bible. It's been a slow undertaking because there's a lot for me to understand and digest. I'm still in Isaiah, and I did kind of jump around a little bit. I'm not in the New Testament yet. I hope that you guys are blessed. I hope you're finding your path back to God. That's what we do all this for. That's what I do. That's my purpose. Is just to plant that seed for you, in you, with you, and then you guys take it from there. I've had a very blessed but challenging life, probably just like you. We all have a different story, our own individual stories that God has for us, and if we can learn how to embrace that, the good things and the bad things, what we consider bad, the joys and the hardships, I think that if you have that faith in your eternal salvation with your Creator, I hope that would give you peace. And I think that's really what gives me peace. Plus being out in the yard, there's so many things that I see that is only possible through God. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. I will videotape more things for sure because it's too pretty not to. All right, love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.